Okay, Dina, the chart below gives information on the percentage of British people giving money to charity by age range for the years 1990 and 2010. Okay.
Yeah, what happened? I thought these percentages related to the money that people paid or donated to charity, which is, I think, wrong. It's the percentage of people. So I wrote the first draft of this one based on this concept.
You thought that 36% of people, or sorry, 36 to 50-year-olds gave 42% of their money to charity.
Yes.
It's incredibly generous of you.
Yeah. And
Okay.
the other challenge is, you know, I know you taught us many times, but really in the exam, I think twice I got with age group. I feel, you know, it will consume time that I will write this group on this age, and I don't have a lot of synonyms, so still I face a problem. Yeah, I'm scared when I see chart with age group. So that's why I want to ask you to revise it again.
Okay. So step one is paraphrase the prompt. What's your first sentence going to be?
Yes, 1 second. Yeah.
So Safa, if you're wondering, the way we start off is very similar to the essay. There are more similarities than differences in good writing. Paraphrase the prompt and general overview. Okay. Go ahead, Dina.
Maybe I will say the bar graph illustrates data about the shares of UK citizens who donated money to charity. Maybe data about the shares of 5 age groups of UK citizens who donated money to charity in 2 years, 1990 and 2010. Sorry, did you hear me?
Yeah.
Huh.
Bar graph, yeah, I'm just typing. The bar graph illustrates the shares of five
age groups
shares of UK citizens who donated money to charity in 2 years, 1990 and 2010. Yeah, it's on the screen.
I cannot see it. I see only the question.
I see.
Safa, can you see my typing?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, so there's some kind of delay. It's a
beside the picture.
slow connection.
Beside the part.
Beside, okay, now okay. Okay, so the bar chart straight, the shares of. So like, yeah, I'm not sure. Or maybe the second paraphrase, maybe bar graph illustrates the UK citizens who also donated money to charity. Can we say in terms of 5 groups?
No, because it doesn't illustrate UK citizens. It illustrates the percentage of UK citizens who donated money. The percentage of 5 age groups of UK citizens who donated money, more precisely.
So it's correct, this one. Yeah.
Now it's good, yeah. So generally speaking, what's the big pattern? Safa, what's the big pattern that the graph shows?
Generally speaking, middle age group shows the higher percentage of donation.
Mm-hmm. what happened? Why are they talking about two?
I need to comparison between 1990 and 2010,
Mhm.
but I couldn't find like patterns to say. Okay.
There's a very obvious pattern.
Yeah, with the increasing age, the percentage, but this is not according to the middle age. Middle age start increasing with the age, or like a charity in 1999 increasing with the age, then start to decline a little bit. But for 2010, with increasing age,
Mhm.
the charity is increased, or percentage of people they give a charity, it's increased.
Mhm. There's a more obvious pattern. Something
I
changed.
think, yeah, I think people, the shares of people aged less than 50 who donated money to charity, they
Increase.
paid money more in 1990 than in 2010. While they get older, they pay more money in 2010. If you divide the chart below 50 and more than 50. So the group of people whose age less than 50, they, their shares, or they contributed to charity more in 1990.
Okay, so generally speaking, the percentage of 18 to 50-year-olds.
Oh, before we start, when we see this one, ask Safa, shall we go by years or we go by age group, or we whatever we feel we see, and then, because there is no definite rule.
But okay, but there isn't. But there's an obvious pattern in each one.
Oh, well, there
So
is an obvious pattern.
the percentage of 18 to 50-year-olds donating to charity, what happened between 1990 and 2010 for those three age groups?
It's decreasing in 19 or decline in 2010.
They pay less. Who they
Mhm.
pay less?
They
No,
they
they're
gave
shared.
less. They gave a smaller percentage gave to charity.
Yeah, see.
So the number of people donating to charity fell in those age
Yeah,
groups,
yeah.
while the
The percentage
of 51 to while the percentage of those
donating, those
51 and older donating to charity increased
increased at the same
over the given period. During 2 years, seeing the percentage of donating charity decreased, while the percentage of those 51 and older donating charity increased
Mr.
over the
Yani,
given period. Yeah.
here the word, the percentage, because we are talking more than one age group. Shall we say percentage or percentages of 18 to 50? Or both of them is okay, because more than
Both of them
one
are
group.
fine. I see what you're saying. Let's make it percentages. While the percentages of those 51 and older donating to charity increased over the given period. Yeah. Both would work, percentage or percentages in this situation. Because you can think of them as being lumped together or treated separately. Up to you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the introductory paragraph.
This is enough to, like, now we are two patterns. We are, shall we put one, like we dominate that 30, the group in 2000, or one criteria, both groups shows the age group 18 to 25 shared less, the shares of people aged 18 to 25 are less in both group on both years.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we put it, or this inside the body paragraph?
Well, let's start off with this. In 1990, what was true?
A smaller age group, like from 18 till 50, from 18 to 50.
Well, let's have an introductory sentence first that captures the main idea of 1990.
The percentage of donating people
Of each age, the percentage of donors in each age group, or let's say the percentage of donors increased with age up to
50
50 years.
Up to age 50.
And then decreased.
Then slightly decreased.
Before decreasing. Okay. So let's talk about 18 to 25-year-olds. 17% of 18 to 25-year-olds donated to charity.
And this is the lowest value in this year.
What was value in that year? Followed by
about 32% and 32%.
31, 32 of 26 to 35-year-olds. Of 26 to 35-year-olds. Five-year-olds and 42?
About 42.
42% of
36 to 50. Here also, which is the highest?
Which was the highest percentage in that year?
We can say in the chart, because at least we compare with the other one.
Sure. In the chart.
In the chart.
Donors in the older.
We need to use synonym for donation. Donate, give money.
Percentage of donors, the percentage of those who donated, the percentage of those who gave donations.
Gave donations. Contributed to donations.
Percentage of those who contributed to charity.
To charity.
Those who contributed to charity. Donors in the older age groups were lower.
I'm wondering about in the second line, followed by 31 of 26 to 35 years old, and 42% of 46 to 50. From when bring this one? 46 to 50.
That's the blue. That's this blue bar.
Oh yeah, 36, not 46. Okay.
Oh yeah, 36.
Yeah.
36
Just like to start thinking about the percent. Now I got it. Yeah, thank you.
percentages of donors in the older age groups were lower, and then I use a colon here. 35% of 51 to 65-year-old.
Can we change it like people aged 51 to 65?
Of people aged 51 to 65.
Maybe recorded 35%? Or
Well, we've already got 35% of people aged 51 to 65 and 32% of those aged 65 and older gave to charity. What were the other expressions we could use?
contributed to charity?
Contributed.
Contributed.
So contributed. Contributed, it's okay. Most people say contributed. Distribute,
Gave
contribute.
donation?
Yep, gave to charity, contributed to
You cannot
charity.
say paid for charity.
No.
Gave. Like you get something after you pay money, right?
It's voluntary.
Yeah,
payment.
you are paying money, but you're not paying for something, right? What do you get in return? Good feelings. We just say gave to charity, made a donation, made donations to charity. Made charitable donations. That's another common one. Made charitable donations. Made charitable contributions. That's another common expression. Okay, so we've got quite a few here. All right. In 2010. Tell me about 2010.
In terms of, or no need to put in terms, in 2010, percentage of the percentage of people make donation to charity age till age of 65.
Making charitable, charitable donations increased up to age 65.
But Mr. Yan, this sentence, we mentioned it in the overall. Shall we start direct with the percentages?
I'm just doing a parallel structure to the first paragraph.
Okay. So it's like topic sentence.
Increased up to before. In contrast, Okay, so there's a big change happened. I would add this. However, the percentages of donors were significantly lower among the
Youngest group?
the 3 youngest groups. Okay. And if you want to use a different structure, instead of starting with the percentages, we can start off with the age groups. Among those aged 18 to 25, only
About 7.6%.
donated, followed by... you want to use a different structure, we can use a semicolon here. Among those aged 26 to 35, donated, which was a drop of, so we said 17 to 6, 11, is it 11% or 11 percentage points? Should I write percent or percentage points?
11%.
A drop of 11% point.
Percentage points.
Percentage point.
If you're just subtracting percentages, you have to say percentage points because that drop is actually over 50%, right? So we'll just say 11 percentage points. Among those aged 26 to 35.
Can we say which dropped by 11%? Or also percentage point?
Drop. Well, here's a slightly different way to put it. Among those aged 26 to 35, there's a drop of, we're going from 31 to 24, 28, 24, 24 to 31, so that's 7. Drop of 7 percentage points to 24%. Okay. And among those, I don't need to say aged again, 36 to 50. So that's 42 to 35, 7. Okay, those are both 7. Among those aged and 36 to 50 and 35% respectively. Is that okay?
Yes.
Among those aged 26 to 30, there's a drop of 7 percentage points from 1990 to 24% and 35% respectively. However, And however, again, what should I put now? Okay, Safa?
Yeah.
Now we've got just the last two groups left.
From 51 till 65. Okay. However, the percentage of donors
Can we say in 2010?
group between 51 to 65 age group increasing. Increased, sorry.
It's got to be past simple because all the information's in the past.
Yeah, increase from 35% at 1990 to almost 38 or almost 40.
So yeah, let's just say 39% in 2010.
And from 30% at age group above, at senior, like we can say senior group, or we have to mention 65.
Those 65 and older.
And above. And all those, okay.
From 32% of those 65 and older to 35%. Whoops, 35%.
In 2019, in 1990 and 2010 respectively.
The percentage of donors.
Oh, sorry, I think I have to write and from 32 to 35% of those 65 and older in 2010, because already we mentioned 1990 above, right?
Yeah, we probably don't need it. However, the percentage of donors increased. However, the percentage of donors in the 51 to 65 age group increased from 35% and from 32% of those age 65, 19 to 35. No, it's okay as it is.
Okay.
How many words? I think maybe
234.
234?
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Yeah.
That's an idea. And when I read it in the model answer, what they take the groups from 18 to 50, and they talk together about 1990 and 2010. So they said, for example, in 1990, those age group donated their shares was, for example, this one compared to this one, compared to this value in 2010. And the second paragraph, they looks like they divided by group. So it's
So
another
the two
idea.
older groups, right?
Older group, yeah. The first three groups in one paragraph and the remaining two groups in the second paragraph. It's a good idea. This one, which I thought earlier, it's like easier for me. You go by years.
Yeah, and using this, it would be the exact same introduction for that pattern as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
exact same information, just arranged a little bit differently.
But here, like in this type, we are more comparing the data on the same year. But we use once or twice, we compare it with the second one.
Mhm.
When we use the second pattern, we're comparing the data between 2 years. More like when I talk about first three groups, I would say those two groups, they are higher, and that one higher than this year, higher than this year.
Right, and it's kind of the same because we've got here in the topic sentence, the percentage of donors increased with age up to age 50 before decreasing. So it's the same thing, just divided a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I think this one it's more clear and easiest.
Yeah, this one is easier and more logic. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Lee.
Okay, so if there's no other questions, let's call it a day. And
okay, thank you.
I'll put up the homework location very shortly.
Okay.
Okay.
Enjoy the amazing weather.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Okay, take care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Okay, bye-bye.